Yes.
Oh.
I'm Arabian Wilson from the Stevens Center.
Hello.
Okay, can you describe the type of service you do?
The type of service we do, we can call it humanitarianism. What we do is we pretty much try to help individuals who are suffering from homelessness. Some of the major issues of homelessness are, the main health concern is diabetes. From there we get people who have mental health disorders, unemployment, it's undocumented. It's a variety of situations that people end up here.
Okay. How, when, and why? Oh, wait. When did you begin this type of work?
I started in May. Since May, the beginning of May until now. Before this, I was studying sociology at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. After graduation, I got a job here and trying to get some experience.
Okay. What is hard or challenging about this type of work?
Hard and challenging. I mean, any job you're going to encounter, there's always something hard and challenging that's going to happen to you. I guess there's a lot of things that happen here. It can be a little overwhelming at times because a lot of crisis management is needed. But mostly, I don't find it hard or challenging. I find it more of it's an entertaining job. It's not something that I sit around all day and just do paperwork. I'm actually interacting with people and hearing people's stories and seeing a lot of situations that I would have never experienced anywhere else.
Okay. What kinds of suffering do you see what kinds of suffering do you see in this type of work?
Suffering? Like suffering, like people like in pain? Or?
Yeah, like just emotional suffering, physical suffering.
Well, I think the biggest thing is everybody needs money. The biggest reason why people are homeless is because they don't have money. They don't have the money to sustain themselves. They don't have the proper management skills to pay rent on the first and pay their gas bill on this date and that date. It's mostly due to health concerns like mental health or physical health. Usually that detains people from being able to function properly, like other individuals who, in their own same situation, they would be doing better.
Okay. Why do you continue to do this type of work? What's your drive, basically?
So I drive. I love this job. Every day I come here, I'm actually excited. It's one of those jobs that you actually enjoy coming to. And for example, like on the weekends, because I don't work on the weekends, I get bored because I'm not here. I'm at home just hanging out, playing PlayStation, watching TV. It's actually not as entertaining as coming here every day. It's also something I've been studying for quite a while, and now that I'm experiencing it, I can't get enough of it. I just want more and more.
Okay. What gives you hope, or what inspires you?
What inspires me is the kind of people that come in here. They've gone through various stages of life that I'll never experience. Maybe you and I will never experience. And to see them actually rise from the ashes, I guess, getting into housing, getting a job, and functioning like a normal person, it's actually pretty inspiring because here I am, complaining about first world problems, like my iPhone's not working or something like that. But to see somebody enjoy their own life just by working 20 hours a week and having a small apartment and actually living their dream of sustaining themselves, it's pretty amazing because it's actually the little things in life that are pretty important to people, and I've grown to realize that now.
Okay. How is faith connected to the service?
Faith, it gives you hope, it gives you optimism. It's something that you look deep inside you and you realize that no matter what happens it's gonna either go one way or the other. But there's no other way to go but up. You can't get any worse than you already are.
What have you learned during service?
What have I learned during this service? A lot of things. Mostly, I've learned to keep calm, keep patient. No matter what happens, the world's not going to end. And I'll find one way to fix something. I'll find another way to get through this problem and help this individual and just find solutions.
Okay. What words of advice do you have for young people today?
The biggest advice for young people: stay motivated, go to college and graduate. Because right now the economy and our society is just developing at a really fast rate, and a high school diploma is just not going to do anything for you. I read various articles that the bachelor degree is equivalent to what a high school diploma is now. They're actually advising you to get a master's degree in order to be a productive citizen in this society. Get more job opportunities and do this and that. Just keep going. Don't stop for nothing.
Okay. That's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'm also interviewing Maggie. She's worked here for many years. Okay, let's start. What do you find challenging about this line of work?
The people who don't really want to make it, it's a big struggle for us to think that there's a life out there that they don't know that they can change, and to become really into society where it goes from living in a homeless tent or on the riverbed to trying to get them to realize that they can get into society, back into society, and back into doing what others just want to do. It's just a natural thing for us, but for some people that are homeless, it's one of those things where they just don't think that they deserve it because they've tried and they don't succeed, and so then they just get into a rut where they think it's not going to happen. So,
what kinds of suffering do you see?
I see suffering with mental health, physical health, the inability to afford the things that can make them better, and to have enough strong will to get them through some of the hardest times that they go through.
What gives you hope?
What gives me hope? I hope that all the little homeless kids are someday able to say that they won't end up in a shelter too. The hope that I have is that the economy can change and some of the services can change so that homeless kids aren't homeless because it's their fault. It's just part of things that have happened, and so my hope is that homeless kids don't return to a shelter as an adult.
What have you learned during doing service?
What have I learned? I've learned that everyone's important.
And how is faith connected with your service?
Homeless people have a very big heart. There's many times where they're homeless because they have faith and love in other people because of their struggles. So the faith in homelessness or in a homeless shelter in society is that everybody really is created equal and they can all have the faith to get through it.
What words of advice do you have for young people today?
I think people can try to be more kind. Seems like there's a lot of kindness in, the United States is known as the kindest nation, and I think we all need to be a little bit more kind.
Okay. Can you describe the service you do?
Let's see, we help the homeless get to the next level of care. We help the homeless children get into Completely Kids, to get into some services that help them to get into, services that will get everyone that is less fortunate or low income back into society to make everything better for everyone.
And how did you begin this?
I think you just begin by having a heart, having hope, and having a lot of people that are in need. It might be a homeless guy that lives in a dumpster or on the streets. I think all of us just kind of get pulled in just by someone that's a little less fortunate. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. Good. Okay. What do you see as needs for the upcoming winter? What does the shelter need?
The shelter during the summer runs on a lot of get up and go power. In the winter, we kind of need things that keep survival, like coffee or coats or hats or gloves or warm socks. You could have someone that comes to the door with no coat on, or maybe some of the needs would be 89-year-old with no coat on that comes to the door. People don't realize that the homeless range in age from very little to 89 years old. It's just amazing. But all of those needs for an 89-year-old would be simple things like coffee, sugar, coat, hat, gloves, new pair of socks, new shirt, hoodie to keep his ears warm if he doesn't have a hat. So just those basics. The simple things in life are what homeless do. Mm-hmm.